Ready to transform your morning with 10 most powerful 1-minute strategies that you can do each day to kickstart your day. They're all backed by neuroscience, had lots of research done, and they make a massive impact. And I promise you, I'm all about 1-minute reset, so you can do these in under 60 seconds. So let's get started. I recently was speaking to an amazing mindset coach, and he actually told me that he did what he calls the Power 100, which is, as it states, 100 things that you can do each morning to power up your day. Now, sometimes he habit stacks them or he groups them all together, and not all of them are a minute, but they do all have massive impact. The most amazing thing is he does this before 9 a.m. Pretty impressive, hey? But I'm not here to overwhelm you and make you do 100 different strategies. I want you to start really just with 1 or 2. If you want to try all 10 of these, great. But once again, don't overwhelm yourself. Just start small. Get it into a habit, get it into your routine, make it like second nature, see the amazing effect it has, and then add on more. So without further ado, let's get started. Number 1 for the first one, and this is positive mirror talk. So what does this mean? It means about standing in front of your mirror, which I'm sure you do at one stage in the morning, whether it's cleaning your teeth or washing your face or even just washing your hands, and talking to yourself. Looking yourself deep in the eyes. And normally, you hear about having affirmations or stating your intentions for the day. But if you actually state them to yourself, this is what makes it most powerful. Now, you may or may not have heard about Mel Robbins, the high five, where you high five yourself in the mirror. Same kind of concept. Choose something really powerful that you want as your intention for the day. So it could be, I am strong, I am powerful, I've got this. My personal favorite at the moment is I can, I will, and watch me. But it could be as simple as I love you or I am enough, whatever you want to do. So give that a try, even if it's just one word. Power, strong, courageous, whatever you want to choose. Okay, number 2, and this is so simple to do, and I talk about this a lot if you've ever heard me speak at a keynote or at a workshop. It's all about smiling even before you step foot on the ground first thing in the morning, especially before you reach for your phone. Why? Because when you smile, you throw a little feel-good party in your brain. Even better if you can add some laughter to it. Think about something that was funny or something that amuses you. And think about how good it would be to start each day with a smile on your face rather than scrolling through and getting sucked into all the doomsday, into the work emails, the stress. You've got all day to think about that. But if you start with a smile or a little chuckle to yourself, even before you've put that first foot on the ground, imagine how your day could be. Okay, number 3, and this is morning hydration. So it's actually about your physical body. Why? Because it makes your mental state more alert and energized. Think about it. Our brain is 75% water. Our body is, a huge percentage of water. And when we sleep, we are not stopping every hour to have a glass of water. So we are actually getting quite dehydrated. Now, a year or so ago, I was that person that as soon as I stumbled out of bed, I would head downstairs and go like on autopilot to my coffee machine. Yes, now I may still do the coffee machine, but I try and get about 2 or at least 3 glasses of water in my body before I have my first sip of coffee. Even if you can only make half a cup or 1 cup of water, I want you to try it. It really does help you wake up and start hydrating you. When you start that coffee or even the cups of tea, you're dehydrating yourself further, and it adds to those, feelings that you've got a headache or, just a bit more foggy. So start with a glass of water. Okay, number 4 is the power of a 1-minute stretch. Now, we would all love to be those people that start each day with a half an hour jog or hitting the gym. And yes, I do personally try to go to the gym each day, but some days that just does not happen. All good intentions. However, I do try and get a minute or two of some stretching in. And I am a long-term yogi, so often it might just be doing a down dog and up dog. Those people who have no idea what I'm talking about, what a down dog is, it's basically where you're like an upside down V, you've got your bum in the air, hands on the ground, feet on the ground, upside down V, and then I scoop it up to come into what's called an up dog, which is going the other way. So this is where I've got my head facing up, my arms are straight, shoulders over the wrists, and I'm getting that really intense, beautiful back stretch. Now, you don't have to do that, but just doing some form of movement, even 30 seconds, 60 seconds, helps to get all that circulation going in your body. Nice big energizer, and it's a great mood uplifter as well. Okay, on to number 5 is morning learning. Now, it's not about sitting and reading a book for half an hour. If you've got the time to do that, awesome. But even if you only have 1 minute to read a page of a book, preferably something that is going to enhance you in terms of your self-development, self-love, or education in some way. I do try and listen to podcasts and audiobooks quite regularly, especially when I'm going out walking my dogs. However, sometimes even just reading a really powerful page and knowing what the key takeaways are is actually sometimes even better, because you're not overwhelming with yourself with trying to get too much information in that mind. Just taking a few actionable steps and things that you can actually use straight away is sometimes more powerful. Okay, number 6, and I talk about this a lot, is having a gratitude practice. So yes, you can crack out your own gratitude journal, you can write them down, you can think about them, but even just being as simple as thinking, oh, I survived another night, I've got another day in this beautiful world. If you're stressed about your job, be thankful that you've even got a job. There's so many things to be thankful for. And I want you to really also think about being grateful for yourself. So sometimes we think about all the things outside of us and around us, our house, our family, our friends, our job. But what about what you're grateful for yourself? Even if it's the fact that you've overcome a challenge in this last week, or you've persevered when you could have just stopped and quit. This helps to promote that self-love, that feelings of self-worth, and it also encourages you to keep going and appreciate more of what is in your life. Okay, phone boundaries. So this a little bit links to a couple of the other practices, but having that even 1 or 2 minutes away from your phone, doing something else that's positive and great for your positive mindset is so important. So even if it's that, just using that time to take a few deep breaths, give yourself a smile, think about what you're grateful for, the longer that you can leave it, the better it is. So if you can start by just doing 1 minute, doing something before you reach for your phone, then extend it to maybe 5 minutes, and then going on to 10 minutes, half an hour, an hour. So the longer you leave this, the more that you are in that beautiful brain state that's between deep sleep and being fully alert and on the go. And that state, that dreamlike state, sometimes we only really achieve like first thing in the morning or as we're drifting off to sleep, or maybe if you have like a meditation practice. Now this state is often when these amazing ideas just come into our mind. They also say that this is the best time to be creative, and you do really feel blissful in this state as well. So why rush to get out of it? If you're saying, hey, I just have to get up and go in the morning, my challenge to you is maybe just set the alarm 1 to 5 minutes earlier so that you can have that 1, 2 or 5 minutes of that blissful state before you have to reach for your phone and start your day. Okay, we've got a couple more, and the next two go hand in hand. So it's 1 minute visualizations and also journaling. So you can do this in either order, whichever one comes first, so you can just do them on your own. Now I like to basically journal each morning, and I put down what my number 1 goal is of today. Then I also put down why this is important to me. And then after that, I put down my 3 action steps, and I highlight one of those action steps as the most important. Then it's linked with the 1 minute visualization. So I close my eyes, take a few deep breaths, and I visualize how I want my perfect day to go. Imagine I was waving a magic wand and everything went as beautifully as it could. So it's like you give yourself a practice run before you get to do it for real, and you're tricking your mind into thinking it's happening, and you also get to have that feeling state, so you're more likely to have that actually happen in reality. Okay, lucky last, and that is having morning connection. So sometimes we don't have half an hour or an hour to spend with our loved ones in the morning. It can be as simple as hugging your furry friend, or giving your kids a kiss goodbye, or just having a little 1 minute chat before you race out the door, or maybe sending somebody a text or a little voice message on LinkedIn or on your phone, and just having that sense of human connection. Obviously, it will make you feel good because you've connected with somebody, but you also make the person that's receiving it feel good as well.